Say that now!
Ben Comigo, and welcome to the Three Dads and a Podcast YouTube channel. I'm your host for today, Bdberto, and today I review and give you my thoughts, maybe a little bit of a rant on Zack Snyder Justice League movie, which came out Thursday. I was able to watch it Thursday, 4 hours. I watched it straight through. I didn't get up. I didn't go pee. I didn't go do anything. I sat there, ate my wings on the couch, and just watched it for the whole 4 hours. I was even like tired. I was just powering through it. For me, this is a long time coming. I am not a person that prefers DC or Marvel. I like both products. My favorite DC movie is Man of Steel. Love it. My favorite MCU movie is Captain America Winter Soldier. As long as it's a good product, I'll watch it. Don't give me that Fantastic Four movie that came out a couple years ago. That was hot garbage. And a couple of the X-Men. But this movie, I feel like it redeemed itself. These characters, I feel they got the redemption that they deserve. And it is kind of frustrating to me and kind of angers me that Warner Brothers would just sideline a project or mess with it or, change directors. But what I see here, the 4 hours that we saw, which it would not have worked in theaters, on the streaming, it would not have worked as, 4 episodes like they wanted to do. You have to watch it 4 hours straight. But with streaming, you can get up or whatever, 2 hours get up. But there was enough here to make a coherent movie. There was enough here that you didn't have to reshoot. And this is why I despise Warner Brothers and how they handle their product. They handle it like we know what's right, you don't know what it is, even though the director, I think, should have more, leeway than, the studio or someone coming in. Because if the director is reading comics, he's doing his research, he has a team of writers or people helping him. And this movie proves that studio meddling really messed up the DCEU. It really did. Like, this movie, 4 hours, yeah, that's a long time for a movie. But there was enough here where you can cut it down to 3 to 3.5 hours, or make 2 movies and make it good. And the Justice League that we got from Joss Whedon was total fucking garbage. I'm going to say it right now. Sorry for swearing, but it was garbage. I love this movie. I felt like the characters were more fleshed out. Like, you got a lot of Cyborg. His tragedy with his mother. His dad, not being there for him. His dad, using the mother boxes to create Cyborg, which was really good. Like, they fleshed him out. Batman wasn't a bitch. Wasn't standing in a corner shooting a gun. Wasn't, like, getting his ass kicked by parademons the whole time. Like, he was a badass. I'm still confused on just what Joss Whedon was doing. Like, I am very confused. And there was enough there to not reshoot anything. You didn't have to reshoot anything. There was enough there to make a coherent movie. You didn't have to have Henry Cavill with a CGI mouth looking like this. Like there was enough there. The scene in the farm, spoiler alert, they reshot that scene because they didn't like the dialogue. Zack Snyder shows his farm scene in his cut. It was just fine. It was just fine. Didn't have to be redone. Didn't have to be CGI mouth like this when he smiled. It's so frustrating. This movie is it's long. It drags a little bit. It does. I'll give you that. There's some scenes that for me, I was like, what's going on? Like there was a scene with Aquaman where he pretty much disses Bruce Wayne, like, see ya, Bruce Wayne, I'm going back in the water with these fishes. We about to have a party. We about to swim or whatever, and they start singing. Like the town people start singing. I felt very cringe, and then they pick up like his sweater or whatever. It was like so weird, but I was like, okay, this definitely didn't have to be in the movie. I didn't have to see this, but hey, whatever. Get these people in the movie. Um, Flash, he was okay. Um, I'm not a fan really of Ezra Miller as the Flash. But I get his character. He's a young one, so they make him like the comedic relief. But I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I wish there was a. I think with time they'll give him better material or whatever. But he was okay. It wasn't like my favorite character, and Flash is my favorite character like in real life. Flashpoint, great comic. Oh, but and then Batman, beautiful, fighting, taking down all those parademons at the end of the movie, just shooting everybody up, just being a total badass like he is, instead of just hanging on the wall and just getting his ass kicked and shooting. Wonder Woman, she's always great. Gal Gadot, she's made to be Wonder Woman. I hope she plays Wonder Woman for years to come. There's no one better. She's really good at it. Really, gives the performance that's worthy of being Wonder Woman, like the kindness, the soft-hearted, and then the badass, that she is, like the fighting and the, she has a great fight with Steppenwolf, that was pretty epic or whatever. It's pretty good. But the man of the hour, the man, the myth, the legend, my favorite character, Superman. Hands down, my favorite part of the movie. Hands down, Superman was the best part of the movie. He plays Superman so well. When they bring him back to life and they extend that scene, like that scene's more extended, it really makes sense. It makes so much sense why, he kicks, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman and Wonder Woman's ass, and then, pretty much, gives it to Batman or whatever too. But, he's like, his emotion on his face, like the confusion, like he doesn't know what to do, but he's like, he sees these people, and and then his connection with Lois at the farm, where he's trying to remember, he remembers Smallville, but he doesn't remember like any, he knows it's home, like he knows he loves it there or whatever. And what could I say? The guy plays a great Superman. He's my favorite Superman. Took over Christopher Reeves as my favorite Superman. It's going to suck that if he doesn't come back or do more stuff for the role, but, I mean, they have something here with him. I don't know why they would get rid of him. And then him in the black suit, like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Badass. He beats the shit out of Steppenwolf to the point where, like, one of Steppenwolf's horns falls off, or he cuts it off or whatever. It is so badass that I can't get enough. The movie did feel like it lagged though, unfortunately. But like, so this movie is 4 hours long. I don't know if I'll sit through the whole 4 hours again. I don't think I will. Even if I played it in the background, I don't think I will. So I think I would probably like play the movie either when Superman comes back, or like maybe the 2 hour mark. Like I was sitting there and like, okay, so we're still waiting for Superman at the end. Cool. So that's why if I was in theaters and this movie came out and I didn't get Superman till the end, I probably would have been pissed or whatever. But when he is on screen, it's fantastic. The movie is definitely way better. I mean, the scenes that they put in there, the scenes with Themyscira, with the Amazons, was fantastic. They extended that. The whole chase for the mother box is really good. The scene with Willem Dafoe that they put in there was pretty good. Commissioner Gordon, they added a scene that was in there. There was a lot of good parts. There was one part that made me tear up. It was when Martha comes and sees Lois, and she kind of tells her, like, it's hard, like everybody's, crying over a symbol, crying over Superman. And she's, Martha's crying over Clark because that's her son. And she can't tell anybody, that that's my son. I'm proud of him. That was him. He sacrificed his life, to save the world, pretty much. And, she's talking to Lois and telling her, I feel your pain too. We're in this together because we both did lose, someone we loved very dearly. And we can't tell anyone that he was the one that saved the world. He was the one that, that everybody was trashing on, calling him an alien and he shouldn't be here or whatever. Even though he was so, he was hope. He was hope. That's what the S means. That scene was like, damn, that's really good. It was better than the scene from the first movie where they're talking at the Daily Planet or whatever. And then Lois, and then a shocker, it wasn't actually Martha Kent. It was Martian Manhunter, which was pretty dope. That was a good way to segue him in or whatever. But yeah, this movie, probably one of my top 5 or 6 comic book movies. It was really good. It was really good. I think if you have the time, watch it. If you watch it in pieces, watch it. But we can throw away that, Joss Whedon fucking Justice League and call that a day because that was pure garbage. Sorry for that. But again, what could have been? Like, this movie, you could tell it was set up for future projects. And they pretty much killed it. They destroyed it just because they didn't want to do Zack Snyder's vision, which obviously he has a vision, unlike what's going on now where they don't have a vision for the future. Like, they're not expressing it or whatever, because Marvel will be like, hey, we're doing this movie, but you don't know exactly like any hidden setups in it or whatever. This Justice League movie could have set up a whole lot. Darkseid in the movie looked badass. Like, he looked really good. I don't know who's their CGI people, but he looked he looked like if he was real. Like, that's some dude that really, hangs out at like, a bodega and like about to get like, 2 maltas and shit. Like, that's how good he looked or whatever CGI. And, and it sucks. Like, are we going to get Darkseid in the future in other movies? It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating that, we have all these great characters and, we're not going to have Batfleck anymore. Superman's up in the air. I mean, we have Ezra's Flashpoint. Wonder Woman 2 was trash, so hopefully they can redeem themselves with Wonder Woman 3 because Gal Gadot's awesome. Aquaman's dope. Aquaman's always dope. Jason Momoa, the way he plays a character is awesome. They can fire Amber Heard. Justice for Johnny. I'll throw that out there. I do not care. But the moment you all been waiting for was the epilogue, the final scene with the Joker. This scene, this epilogue, was probably my favorite moment of the movie. With the, looks like Lois died, and they're talking to Joker. Joker's saying like his, like, almost like his ideology, and that saying like Batman doesn't have the stones to kill anyone. Like, he says that, oh, I'll kill you or whatever, but the Joker doesn't take it seriously because, he knows Batman. He knows his morals. He knows that he's gonna like get away with whatever. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun banter where he's like kind of pushing his buttons or whatever, talking about how he let Robin die and how he could have saved them all, but he let Lois die in her hands, and that's why Superman is, killing everyone or whatever, kills Aquaman, which is, it's crazy. I mean, heartbreak makes you do crazy stuff. And there's a funny line where Batman says, "I'll fucking kill you, I promise." And the Joker's like stunned, and he's like, "I almost take you seriously," like. But that ending scene probably really put it for me. I mean, Jared Leto in Suicide Squad was not a good Joker at all. But this one, this whatever he did here, that like the psychopathic Joker, like he's talking and you know, see the best Joker is when you're trying to like when he's trying to tell you his philosophy, and to him he's the good guy. You know, he thinks what he's saying is right, and that's kind of what Jared Leto is like saying, you know, in this like, you know, banter with Batman. And that's what Heath Ledger did so good, was like, you know, I know I'm chaos, I know who I am, and you know, these people are, you know, society and all this is going to like turn on each other and stuff like that. And that's, you know, there's some truth to that. And that's why, you know, the Joker is such a good character, because there's some truth to what he says about life and, you know, philosophy. And, you know, he's still a psychopath, of course. But, you know, let me finish up this review. I recommend this movie. If you can see it, if you can sit through the 4 hours multiple times, more power to you. I probably won't. 4 hours is just way too long. Couple things wrong, you know, a couple little things here or whatever, but still I would give this movie a 2 out of 3 dads. That's 2 baby daddies out of 3. If you want a number score, that's a B for, you know, baby daddy. But, yeah, I would definitely catch this movie. And you know what? Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Adios!
Save Martha! Did you say that now?